So with everything going on Etsy, a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking, should I start a Shopify store? Is Shopify a better way to go? Do I create my own website? And the answer is, it is a good idea to create your own website. And I know that this can be very intimidating, especially if you're a newer seller. And I do not want this video to tell you to steer away from Etsy at all, because I'm myself not gonna stop selling on Etsy. So that's not what I mean by this, but I do think it is a good idea to open your own online shop off of Etsy so that you actually have a website, a domain, and a brand that you can send people to and build and grow if something were to happen with your Etsy store. So in this video today, I'm gonna give you my top tips for making a well-rounded Shopify store and really having something that people will go to, trust, and purchase from. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Mac. I post videos talking about e-commerce, passive income, different ways to make money online, and all things Etsy. And I'm going to start incorporating lots more Shopify content into my channel. So if that interests you, I'd love to have you as a part of our community here on YouTube. Now, like I mentioned, I personally did get started on Etsy, but I did later on create my Shopify stores and was able to scale those very well. I also had dropshipping stores using Shopify, so I am really well-rounded in the space too, but I do find that many beginners who I tend to work with want to go the Etsy route. With all the things happening on Etsy lately, I understand that this is a talked about topic, so I'm excited to bring this video to you. And Shopify links directly with our beloved print-on-demand suppliers such as Printify. So that's a good thing to know as well. So just like if you are a seller on Etsy and your orders go through from Etsy into Printify, it's the same process using Shopify as well. So if you haven't started yet, I will have a free trial link for you below. So the biggest difference between Etsy and Shopify is Etsy is going to be an e-commerce marketplace and Shopify is a website host. So what I mean by that is marketplaces have active buyers going to them consistently. So Amazon is a marketplace, Etsy is a marketplace, Redbubble is a marketplace. Now, Shopify is a website host for your own online business. So what that means is there's not going to just be magic traffic coming to your online store. So one of the most important things in this is having a nice curated Shopify store that is branded well so that you can advertise and get people to that within your target audience and niche. So number one thing that I want you to be thinking of when you start your Shopify store is your branding. Now, hopefully you follow a niche specific method. Now, what a niche specific brand is you are selling to a niche, you're selling to a category, you have awareness of your target audience. And if you already are an Etsy seller, this is gonna be fairly easy to you because most likely you have a brand vision. Now, if you don't and you're just getting started, totally okay. Just get clear on your niche and who you want to sell to, or if you have designs already, who would be someone that's going to purchase those designs for that niche. And that's gonna help us to really create our brand on our Shopify store. So on Shopify, there are things called themes. This is essentially what your online store is going to look like. So the outline of it, or the map, if you will. I personally love the free theme craft. And when you customize this, you're able to add in a bunch of different things on your brand. So making sure that your store looks good is very, very important. Now, what I recommend for you to do is to go ahead and check out your competition within your niche. So for example, this specific store I'm showing you right now is for pet products. So what I would do is check out some different accounts and websites for similar types of pet products to see what their aesthetic is. What does their website look like? Are they showing bestsellers? Are they showing new products? Take notes of these little things, not copying them, but just seeing what's working. It's so important to see what works already and add our own unique creative spin onto that. So here's a quick little mock of some work that I just did on this pet store, and see how I have the categories coming up here and these photos. So now where I got these photos is very important and something that I really want to share with you today, because this is a great tool if you are switching over to Shopify to get some really good mock-ups that are going to work great for your Shopify store. So I got these photos off of placeit.net. If you follow my channel for a while, you may know that this is one of my favorite places to get mock-ups for Etsy and advertising because they have such high quality and diverse images, and most of these would perform better on a website because with Etsy we have to shrink down into a specific size for all of our listing photos, so there's really not room for like larger or diverse product photos, and the same thing for videos as well. So on place it here. As you can see, I just typed in dog bandana and there's a bunch of different ones that I can use and upload my designs to put on my Shopify store just to create a better brand aesthetic. So here's one for an example here, and all I'd have to do is upload my image directly into here. Now, this is so crucial on your online store because you want people to come to it and see good images that are going to help them to buy. And unfortunately, with print on demand, those stock mock-up images are just not enough. And that is a number one thing that people don't realize when they are creating their online business, of how important that branding is. So you may be wondering now, okay, if I'm creating a Shopify store, you had said that I need to drive traffic to that store. So how are you going to do that? A great way to do this is to create different Pinterest and social media accounts that are going to drive traffic to your store. This is the easiest and most cost-effective way, especially if you are starting out. I don't recommend running any types of ads until you have products that you're proven are selling already. So I personally love to use Pinterest. I do have another video explaining my Pinterest marketing strategy. It is for Etsy, but it's the same process, just putting in the link to your product on your online store versus using your Etsy product link. Works the same way, so I will link that for you. And you also should create a social media account that you can just post some of your product photos on using relevant hashtags. You can also follow accounts in your same niche on your business account, so you can go ahead and see what the types of content they're creating and take inspiration for that as well. And when you're creating this content for social media or for Pinterest, you can go ahead and use the same mock-ups and videos that you're using on your Shopify store in your marketing on Pinterest. So it's really easy to download them from Place It and then just re-upload those same photos using your relevant keywords and hashtags. I really love to use the videos that Place It has for this method. They perform well as idea pins, so just something to keep in mind. If you are going to be thinking about making the switch from Etsy to Shopify, another tip for you is to open your email marketing strategy. You can do this with a process with Everbee email or different types of ways to do this as well. You do need consent to send marketing emails to let your customers know. So it's just about getting their consent through reaching them in transactional emails. So there's a video about that I've done. And I also think this is important too, to have an email list, because you can then retarget these buyers once you have your store up and running. So I know that a lot of this can seem intimidating. I hope that this video was helpful to you in some way. If it was, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment. I'd love if you have any other tips that can help out all of our fellow viewers, or if you've done this, what your thoughts have been on it, or if you're thinking about doing it. I'd love to hear and chat with you in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.